will you read? And I want all of you to unmute and read these words, okay? Tell me, how will you read this word?
Gum.
Yeah, gum, very easy. Okay.
You
How
mean
will you read?
not allowed to.
Yeah, so how will you read this word? What is this written?
Gate.
Gate. Very
Gate.
good. Gate, right? Nanishka, what is this written? I will ask
Look,
you.
the gate one had magic E.
Ah, it has magic key. Very good, Kavish. How will you read this word?
Goat. Goat.
Goat. Very nice. Very good. Okay. How will you read this word?
Gem. Gem.
Okay. You will read this as gem. All right. How will you read this word?
Guess.
Huh?
But what means guess? Guess.
Gist.
What means guess?
Gist. Is it gist or is it gist?
Gist.
How do you read it?
Gist.
Yeah, this is read
Gist.
as gist. Okay. Gist. Okay, now.
The harder sound of G.
Okay, now tell me, how will you read this word? How will you read?
Gentle.
Gentle or gentle?
Gentle.
Okay, but G, what is the sound of G?
G.
Yes. G sound is G, G, G. Then why are we reading this as gentle, J, J, J? Yes. Okay. So now let me underline all the G's here and let's see what sound is G making in all these words. The first G says G.
All of them have G.
All of them have G. Number 3 also says G, G, goat. Number 4 also. Does it say G, G, gem? How do you read this word? G, G, gem or J, J, gem? How do you read?
Gem.
Okay, so here the sound is changed, right? Here G is making the sound of letter
Oh, you mean that
J.
in
And
the same exact story?
I'll tell you another story today. So here in the word gist also, G is making the sound of J, J, right? And when you say gentle, like gentleman, gentlewomen, gentle, there also we write G. But G is making again the sound of letter J. Now, what is this?
Two sounds.
Yeah, it has two sounds again. So it has its own sound.
Just like a C, it is
No, it's little different than C. It is little different than C. I'll tell you what. Okay. So it has its own sound. G, 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 goat, gate, gum. And it has one more sound, which is J, J, J. So today we are going to understand that why G makes two sounds and what is the story behind it. Okay, and when should we write G for J sound and when should we write G for G sound? So how many sounds does G makes? Also makes two sounds. One is G, 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 its own sound, and one is J, 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 the sound of letter J. So which one is going to be the hard sound of G? G is the hard sound of G. And J is the soft sound of G. So this is the spelling rule that we are going to learn today. Now, do you remember the sound fairy that every time comes? You remember the sound fairy? The fairy of sounds. Today, I'm going to draw her again and we are going to listen to the story. Now, all of you pay attention. I'm going to start my story now.
Can you draw her many times?
Yeah, whenever there are spelling rules, she comes. So today, I'm going to draw her here and tell you the story of the fairy of, she's the fairy of sound. All right. And one day,
Only black and white now.
yeah, I'm drawing it, see. I will draw the wings as well. Wings.
Can you color her too?
Want me to color this fairy?
Yeah.
Okay, she's holding her magical wand. Her magic wand in one hand. And she's standing over
You
here.
can color the magical one yellow if you like.
I am making her wear pink dress. All right. And her wings are blue. Okay. She is the fairy of sounds. All right. So one day what happened? Fairy of sound thought, she was thinking that I give sound to all the letters. Let me go and see what all these letters are doing. Okay. All the letters were playing outside again in the evening. Let me draw a few of letters here. So letter A is playing. Letter B is playing. Letter G is also playing here. And letter F is also playing here. So all of them are playing. Okay. All the vowels and consonants are playing. I might not write all of them. But they all were playing in the big ground on one evening. Okay. Let me write a few more. And what happened? Fairy was watching them from the sky, flying up in the sky and watching them.
Invisible.
Gurbaj, what happened? Listen to the story, bache. So fairy is, what is fairy doing? Fairy is flying above and looking at all these consonants and vowels who are playing. So you know what happened? F and G were playing together. So F fell down on the ground and F got hurt. F got hurt somewhere on the knee. All right. So G is a very kind letter. So G says, don't worry, I'll come and I'll help you, F. So he got him up, he rubbed his wound, and he gave him some water to drink. And who was watching all this? Who was watching all this?
The fairy.
The fairy was watching all this. So fairy was very happy with G. Fairy came down and fairy says, I'm very happy with you, G. You are such a nice letter, such a nice consonant. You are helping everyone. I want to give you one more sound as a gift. Okay. So fairy says, because you are so kind, I want to give you one more sound.
Okay. Ramanpreet ma'am, can you please erase that red thing on the F?
Yeah, I'll do that. So this was the wound, no?
Yeah.
So fairy says, okay, which sound do you like most? She asked G. G says, I love the sound of J, 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 J. So fairy says, all right, given, abracadabra, kili, kili, shh. And G says, wow, now I can also make the sound of letter J. But G says, fairy of sounds, I will get confused because I have my own sound also. I have my sound G and you are giving me one more sound as gift. So when should I use G and when should I use J? So fairy says, don't worry. I am sending my vowels to you. They are going to solve your confusion. So let's see.
And also why?
Yeah. So let's see. This is G. G says, all right, I am waiting for all the vowels to come and help me and to clear my confusion. When should I use?
He actually said,
Yes.
let's wait for the vowels and why?
When should I use my own sound? And when should I use the sound gifted to me by the fairy of sounds? So vowels came. Vowels came here. Vowel says, we are coming. Ah, eh, e, o, and Gurbash, don't do that, bache.
And why?
Yes, Y will also come, but it will come little later. I'll tell you when. Okay. So what happened now? They say that, all right, so today you got a gift from the fairy. So G says, yes, I am super happy. Fairy gave me one more sound. So Wobble says, very good. Keep it up. You are doing a good job. But G says, she has sent you to solve my confusion. So they say, okay, tell us which sound you got as gift. So G says, I have got the sound of J, 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 J. Letter J sound. I can use this sound and I can use my sound also. Whenever we make these two slashes around a letter, then it means it's a sound. J. Okay. So vowel says, all right, don't you worry. We are going to help you. So A says, whenever you see me, after you will say your heart sound. Now G has become the heart sound. G is the heart sound. Okay. When you say G, G, letter G's sound. G is a hard sound. So we will write here hard. And J has become the soft sound of G. So A says, okay, I am going and standing with G, the hard sound of G. So A came here. Okay. Then E says, I will go to the soft sound. J, J, J. So E came
Why?
here.
Because we are brothers.
And Kavish, listen. And I went to the soft sound. I says, I will go with E. And O says, I will go to the hard sound. G, G, G. And U says, I will also go to the hard sound. G, G, G. So G says, only 2 for my soft sound and 3 for the hard sound.
So why is the soft sound?
Yes, so they called Y. They said, yoo-hoo, where are you, Y? Quickly come, we need you. So Y also came and Y says, yes, yes, all right. So I will also go to J, soft sound, so that it's equal. Now 3 in the team of soft sound and 3 in the team of hard sound. So now they say, the vowel says your confusion is clear. So whenever vowel A and O and U are there after G, G will make the hard sound, which is G, G, G. And whenever there is E, I, Y, G will say the soft sound, J, J, J. But in this rule also there are some words which are rule breakers. I'll tell you which words are those. Okay. But first,
I'll be.
yes, but first let's see some words with this rule. All right. Okay. So let's begin. And let's see, I want you to make this story in your notebook. So can you open your notebook and make this story just like what is on my screen? Write down today's date first. Today's date is 27th. So write